Up, everybody? It's the Common Sense Investor coming at you with another video. And this is going to be another episode of I Tried to Tell You So. I've been telling y'all, Ken Griffin has been screwing up when it comes to Donald Trump. He's called Trump a three-time loser. He's bought the property next door to Donald Trump and expanded it to the point where now his property is bigger than Donald Trump's. And now we see Citadel's Ken Griffin faces MAGA attack at Milken Institute shindig, nationalists versus the globalists. In case y'all didn't know, Ken Griffin is a globalist, but let's take a look at the fight that's fixing to go down between MAGA and Ken Griffin. Allies of President Trump are angling for a showdown with the tariff-bashing hedge fund mongrel Ken Griffin at a glitzy Los Angeles shindig for financial elites this week. I'll save us from all the boring stuff and I'll just let you know that Citadel traditionally hosts this event called the Milken Institute Global Conference, all right? And so MAGA has rented the building next door. Why? Because they're going to troll him, people. The battle between Ken Griffin and Donald Trump is on. Ken Griffin rented this building right here to hold his little shindig, okay? And Donald Trump and his people rented the place next door to it, and they're going to be trolling them during their conference. It's important to note that the Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent, Trump's pick, will be at this meeting with Ken Griffin and 75 other highly elite people of Wall Street. And Scott Bessent's going to be giving a speech at 4 o'clock. Trump's people renting the place next door and going to hold a semi-rally. A source close to Griffin told the Post on Sunday, rather than scheduling cocktail parties in Beverly Hills hosted by self-proclaimed populists, the administration, Trump's administration, should be focused on economic policies that work for all Americans, not just a connected few. Can you believe that's coming from a spokesperson from Ken Griffin? All right, that only Trump needs to focus on every American, not just a few Americans that are rich. This dude here's something else. And here's the problem with him. He won't keep his mouth shut. That's why I told y'all the fight was coming. Says here, on Sunday, a Citadel spokesperson continued the attack against Trump, saying the proposed tariffs are a massive tax hike on hard-working American families. They just won't stop until Trump puts that foot in their ass. Steve Bannon slammed Griffin as an out-of-touch, clueless billionaire who helped fuel the populist nationalism in the United States. In other words, due to Ken Griffin's actions, helped fuel the MAGA base. And here's something of interest. The GOP mega donor, Griffin, also snubbed now Secretary Scott Bessent, which will be speaking at this event, by calling for Trump to appoint one of his main rivals. Trump's main rivals, Apollo Global Management. That's who they wanted Mark Rowan to be the Secretary Treasurer, and Trump told him, no, Scott Bessent. And if you think this, the delegates, the 75 elite people of Wall Street and heads of state that'll be at this meeting will be able to hear the thoughts of former First Lady Jill Biden, who has just landed a top job with the Milken Institute. Think about that. These people never go away, do they? And last but not least, what exactly is the Milken Institute? Milken, once considered Wall Street's junk bond king, experienced a fall from grace after his 1989 indictment in an insider trading probe. After pleading guilty to securities violations, he served about 2 years in prison and has since devoted his life to philanthropic efforts. Are you serious? So somebody who went to prison for financial fraud is who they're rallying around. Of course it would be Ken Griffin being the head of it all. Love y'all. Be blessed. See you in the next video.